called Black Knight Squad. I gotta close that window all the way. I can hear the birds really loud outside. All right, so it's the cosmic era of the HG, which means high grade. All right, this one is 1/144. Of course, it seems like the HG goes with that. MG is like 1/100. PG is like 1/72. At least that's what it used to be. I don't know about now. This is a 2024 kit. I got it from Player's Choice for $29.95. That's my long distance comic shop. Here's the side panels. It shows you what it looks like. It's a quite beautiful Gundam kit. They had a translucent one I wanted to get, but eventually it shall be mine. It was a bit more expensive, like $35, not too much more. So here we go. I was choosing between this one to build today and a model kit from eBay that I bought for like 18 bucks shipped, which was a really good deal for it. It's a really beautiful Gundam. You can watch my live videos for that. All right, we got the runners. We got a cape. We got a really big booklet. All right, let me get myself situated here and sort it out. So the cape. Get the scissors for this because I don't sit here and stretch and stretch and stretch, especially when it looks like it's in a bag that's made out of stretchable material, or the cape itself is made out of a stretchable material, it looks like. Kind of. It's kind of like a vinyl cape from the, remember the Superman series a few years ago that had those, everybody had vinyl capes on them? It's like that material, sort of. You know what, while I'm at it, I might as well use the scissors to get this stuff. So we got SB, which is your translucent parts. I might as well just put it over here. E, put the cape over here with it. And another E. Those look like to be the feet parts. I found myself just push a piece through there while I was holding on to it over here. Don't hold on these things so tightly like I just did. There's a lot of pieces in this. I'm a little bit afraid that it's going to be too many for this table. I'm not sure what that is, but it's interesting. It's probably like a cable that you attach to a weapon. Here's the head. So this is the A plate. Here's the B. I look good. Oops, I just knocked over. I knocked over my samurai from yesterday. All right. This one is a D5. Man, I thought Mighty Ducks only had 3 movies. So there's a D5 movie. I didn't like D3 that much. They just weren't as funny, and I guess it was true for everybody because it didn't do as well as the other ones. But Mighty Ducks was a great movie. I used to love the first one, and then the second one's even better, in my personal opinion. It's one of those situations where the second one is better than the first one. Stickers. I don't like these stickers. All right, we got C plate, which is looking like the D plate. That's not good. I hate when the colors are the same for 2 different plates that aren't related. And here's D1. We got D1 and D5. Why don't we have the other ones? Alrighty, we got, this is our thing. This is our pilot for this. Now remember, this is Cosmic Era. I have never heard of it, but if, according to this, it's Strike Freedom, or, you know, the Freedom, but it's Cosmic Era. So I don't know if these are like out of time. CE75, so Common Era 75. The fighting continues. There is independent, oh no, Colony Era, sorry, Colony Era. It's funny because like Americans are trying to get away from God, so they're using CE instead of like Common Era instead of AD. They're using BC and BCE instead of BC. All right, so it's got 19.27 meters tall. Total weight is more than me, thankfully. And it's got information about the guard, the commander of the Foundation's mysterious Black Knight Squad. So it must be made off of a real comic book or cartoon. Maybe it's off of a comics book. That's usually what happens too. They do make them off of the comics, which are called manga. Actually, I used to call it manga because I'm from the South. So here's his vinyl cape. He's got like the Darth Maul. Here's what the cable's for. I like his legs. His legs are really cool. They remind me of something. And it says about the seed action system. So he's part of the seed era, but cosmic era. So I don't. It's one of those things that I'm not quite 100% sure if it's just a made-up thing. All right, so we're going to start at the bottom right here with his face, and that means I'm going to have to put stickers on the face. All right, so we're going to need some pieces here, or not the bottom, it's up right here. And of course, they're going to come from the A plate. Maybe I'll microwave man out the lamp because otherwise they're going to get smacked off. All right, we need A40 and A42. All right, so A42 is the behind the mask, and A40 is the front, the head. All right. And then we'll come back for 43 later. But there's a sticker involved, which they want you to put together and then put the sticker on, which would make a little bit more sense because when you push them together, sometimes you push the sticker off. Wait, hold up. Make sure I got that in the right place. Because I don't think it's going back far enough, but it may be as far back as it needs to go. There we go. Okay, I think everything's in. That top part I didn't have in at first. All right, the sticker on the front is 1 or 2. So you can either have a red line or a red dot. Okay, and it's also black, which is like, I really thought your eyes are going to be like yellow right here or red, which would be a better color in my opinion, but all right, since I do like to put the stickers on for the eyes, but nothing else, usually. All right, so it's actually, it's just weird that there's a nose thing on here. All right, I think I see it. The nose kind of helps out with the centering of it, but I'm going to get it off no matter what. Because I suck at stickers. Let me try it this way. Try rolling it onto the left eye, over the nose into the right eye. That seems to work. All right, you can't see it, but there it is. All right, now we're going to put on the wings on his head, then we're going to put the face mask on. So the wings are actually part of A as well. So we got A30, A40, which are right there, not 40, A29. Okay, when it comes to face, I like to go ahead and trim it up a little bit here. And you can use your thumbnail clippers or fingernail clippers and like a blade. If you don't have that sharp ones, you can use real blades. Or you can use the file part. I have a feeling this is going to take a lot longer than the model I put together yesterday. So I've got a lot more pieces here, that's right. Okay, hold on. Make sure that top part is going in correctly. All right, so now we got to put on the I guess the face guard. By the way, this is not Memorex if you're watching, this is live. There. And that sticker's coming up off of his nose, but you can use a toothpick to mold it back down, which I recommend doing sooner than later because as things curl up, they lose their cohesion. Let me see if I can get it down with this. I don't have a Q-tip, I keep saying Q-tips. I don't have the necessary pieces for me right now to use. Toothpick. I don't use toothpicks that often for real life things. I had them in that thing over there with the paints, but they're not in there, so I don't know what I'd do with them. Also, my brain is looking for a round container for them. I think it's in a box. Alright, so there's that, and there's a teeny tiny little piece named number 41 that goes on the front here. They also want me to put stickers on the side. Let me look at the stickers and see if it's worth it. Otherwise, I'm like, no way, Jose. Alright, 5 and 6. Look how tiny those are. Yeah, I think I'll refrain from putting those on. Alright, A43. You sunk my battleship. Okay, so A43 is the plate. I'm looking for A41 right now. Hmm. 39, 40, 41. I see it. It's right there. It's so minute. All right. Is it going to be a hexagon? I'm going to take it off so I can go ahead and... They want you to put a sticker on that? What is the sticker? Number 3? Oh, it's the red little teeny tiny piece like in the middle like a cookie. Let me cut it off from here because I cannot get in there, and I do not want to cut this one because it's got the connecting port is just as big as the actual piece itself. Oof. Alrighty. Let's see if I can trim it before I go any farther. Now getting this trimmed with my finger there, I might end up cutting my finger off. Alright, so there is the head. I can zoom in, that'll be a lot easier. Alright, so the head, I'm going to put it to the side. Now I'm going to work on my body, that's right. Is there any pieces I'm not going to use at all? Let me go and see it ahead of time. 2 of the beam sabers I won't be using at all, and that is it. Alright. So for this, I'm going to need A10, A8, A11. Let me get the big piece first. That would be D20, D220 to be more precise. Okay. And then I might as well cut off 21 because that will be on the next step. Okay. Now we got a lot of pieces to put in here. It says 1, which means, oh, you're not seeing it because I'm got zoomed in. 1, and then 2. So you got to put that one in first and then 2. So that's a B25 piece. Get some drink. I'm getting dry. B25 and B26. Way down here at the bottom. Okay, 25's on top. Okay, so I gotta use my extremely big fingers to push that little teeny piece in there. Okay, be really careful when you're cleaning some of this stuff off. Might call for 8. I don't know how I'm gonna do it because my hands are too big. All right. All right, so get it oriented correctly, it appears it goes in like this. Like that. All right, this piece. Let me see if I can clean it or get it clean, cut off or whatever. Okay, it's gonna go like obviously the opposite of that. Okay, they both went in. Good. All right, A10 appears to be a dark gray. All right here it is. So we cut off that entire sprue. A10 is on the left. Clean that up a little bit. And A11 is on the right. Oof. Just cut my finger there. Okay, it's like a trapezoid that's upside down. So it goes in like that. And again, for those who are watching these, this is meant for adults. I would recommend not getting these for children. These are tiny, tiny parts, and I'm not talking about for kids that swallow, I'm talking about just period. It's be a lot of frustration for a child because they don't have the skills yet to put something like this together. As cool as it looks, it's not a toy, so if they try to play with it, they're going to end up, it's going to come apart in their hands constantly, and they're going to be like, this is weak, and it's like, they're just not going to get it. They're not going to understand that it's not a toy. They do make Gundam toys if your kids like the way these look. They're called G Universe or Gundam Universe. They're at Walmart over in where the pop vinyls are. $25 a piece, not bad. I get them because, man, I like Gundams, period. All right, A8. So it's this piece right here. So again, like, and they are, if you want to get your kids some Gundams or your grandchildren some Gundams to build, they do make entry grades. I would try those first with them to see how they do. If they're not able to do it, they're definitely not ready for HG. Entry grade is like EG. There used to be a standard grade, but I don't think they make those anymore. I haven't seen them in quite a while. I remember the last time I saw them was, I accidentally bought one thinking it was a high grade. Wasn't paying attention, and it was really bad. It was Epion. It wasn't really bad as far as, it was easy to put together, too easy. But there was no paint at all. It was just, I was like, what the heck? And it's so small, and it's like, oh, because it didn't have a grade at the time, but I call it SG. I think they may have started using SG, but at that time they didn't give a grade to the ones that were kind of most generic. All right, before I put this on, which is done in this step. All right, so I got some other pieces to hit here. I'm gonna need B11 right here, and I'll eventually need B14, so I'm going to punch it out now, right here, because it's part 2 of this. And then, okay, so we got to get the A23 is what we're putting it in, and A24. So A23 is this piece. A24 seems to be the last piece on that. It's probably the midsection, the waist. Okay, all right, so we got this piece is A23. First we put on the smaller piece, the dumbbell. Wait, is this? Seed action system constructs that expands the range of motion from front to back and left to right. Okay. I think this is the same both sides, so slide it on there first. And then this one, you gotta make sure the smaller part goes to the right. be putting this on. And this piece goes on the back. Oh, I see, okay. Because at first I was like, this looks like it's the left side or the right side. It's actually kind of like front, back kind of thing. And this is the front. So I can squeeze it together a little bit better. Like that. All right, putting that down. And now I'm going to be building a lot more things for this part. All right, so we got a lot of B parts here. B4. And it goes right there. Okay, it's even more complicated. B15 and B9 go together. B15, so B15 is a universal piece. It's left and right. So I put one over here, over here. All right, B9, 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 so there's two B9s. 6, 7, 8, 9. Sometimes you just have to clip into the frame and just twist it off easier. Plus, you got that little piece you could toss into the recycling bin. Okay, this goes in here. Is there a certain way I gotta do this? Let me look at it real quick. Nope, this is the same front and back. There. Then it goes over here. Okay, so that must be like his butterfly joints. Pretty nice. I feel like I'm building a skeleton here. All right, over here, I get this piece up. So this piece goes all the way in. Like that. All right, so we got that, the collarbone basically. Then we need B27, B13 to be the neck knobs, B27 and B. Got it upside down, that's why the number's rescinding. 13. So 13 is up near the top, right here. And then B27 is probably close to the bottom. Very bottom. It's on its own little sprue part. Like Florida sticking out down there at the bottom. Alright. Okay. Alright, now we're going to be putting this piece up inside of it. Let me see if the front and back are different. Okay, one part's rounder than the other. That's the front. Slide all the way in there. And then slide that up into here. Like that. So we got the collarbone system. Oh, I had 4 people watching at one time. Okay, nobody said anything. I was making sure I got the camera up higher this time and I got it zoomed in because last time it kept on, I had to go left, right, looking around it. All right, then this will go into here. Let me make sure I got it right. Parks inside of here. Like that. That's a lot of like hinges and stuff. It's pretty interesting. Okay, so I got how many points of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things I gotta line up at the same time. Of course, 4 are already lined up by nature. This thing might need the wild card. There we go. He's got to pull it his midsection forward right here. All right, so that is the body for the most part. Now we're still putting more pieces on, so let's see, A25 and A26 going left and right. A25, way down here, okay. Okay, 25 is on this side, so I got it backwards a little bit. Alright, so this piece goes on. Okay, that's kind of weird. I was imagining, I thought I was going to cover the vents in the front, but you're covering right here. Does it swing back maybe? Alright, A26 is the other one. Okay. Alright, so you do swing them shut. So you swing them shut for the next step. Okay, I need to shave that one off, obviously. There. All right, now we have A19 and A20, which look like lighter grays. 19 and A20, A19 and A20. I'm wrong. 23. Nope, I'm right. A19 or A20 right here. Okay, 19's on the left. My left, not his left. Okay, this is clean enough. Should I get the orientation correct? So it's like Aphrodite missiles, like on Transor Z. The chest opens up and the missiles come out. Kind of, sort of. They need to make an Afro. I bet they already have one. It's just we live in America, so I would never see this. But I need to, and if I do find it, it's going to be costing a fortune on eBay or whatever. But I would like to get an Aphrodite robot. That'd be kind of cool. Especially if it has missile launching action, because that just made me giggle like a schoolboy like I was. All right, A6 and A7 are the red pieces, and they go in the front. Okay, I think I can clean this off a little bit. All right, they're on the correct side. I'm just going to take it off and see if I need to shave it down some. That looks a lot like, maybe I'm just thinking Transor Z too much. Oh crap, there's a number 9 I need to, okay, well I was about to toss this away because I didn't see that. Make sure you don't throw something away that you're going to use. Not sure where it goes, but pay attention. Alright, I mean since it's red, it's not going to be like I'm going to lose it as easily. Unless I quit right now and forget about it, go do some more house cleaning. It's too hot outside. My gosh, I was outside, I'd burn up. And if I go out and do something and leave it here and the cats come up and jump on the table, then I'll never see these pieces again. It's another reason to keep your cats off the tables. Alright, so Aphrodite, fire. Alright, if you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch Transor Z. It's old anime that's good. Alright, that's his chest. I'm going to put his head on there just to keep them together. He was like, oh yeah, oh yeah. Alright, so now we're doing the arms, which look nothing like arms, which is really bizarre. Alright. So we're doing ×2, so it means that if we're doing, we might as well do them twice at one time. All right, so B, C, so not this at all. Just gotta lift it up to get this out of the way, and that car has made it all the way down here. I did the Hot Wheels thing this morning, the 4 Wheels Wednesday. All right, so here's the B parts. B6, way up here. Oh, by the way, everybody ever heard of Neil Carter? Because I was watching Brotherly Love last night because I didn't watch it on Sunday night like I normally do. And it had Neil Carter on there. I was like, oh my gosh. And that's perfect because Joey was, she was sharing a picture of Joey whenever he was on the TV show Give Me a Break. And his littlest brother, he's like, really? Your hair? Really? And he looked exactly like him at that same age. It was hilarious. But I was so glad to see Neil Carter. And I was like, I wonder if she's still alive. She died at age 54. I'm like, yee. She died of a heart attack. I'm going, great. I got to get up and exercise in the morning. Like, 54 of a heart attack. Yeah. It's a wake-up call. It's, you know, I don't care about dying. I just don't want to go painfully and then somebody resuscitate me and I have to, like, do it again. So, all right. Okay, so we got B22 and B21, and they look totally different, so it's not like it's gonna, oh no, I'm gonna get them mixed up. I can't believe she died while she was younger than I am now. That's terrifying. No, not terrifying, like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna never sleep again. It's just, it makes you really think, I gotta take care of this body. Because if the rapture don't happen, like today everybody thinks the rapture will happen. Well, yeah, I mean, it could happen. I don't know, because I don't know the day. It could happen yesterday, but it didn't. It could happen tomorrow. I don't know. But if I'm going to be here another 10 years, I better get my body back into shape because it ain't going to make another 10 years. And she did not, okay, so in Give Me a Break, she was very obese. But in that show last night from, I forgot what year it is, it was about 10 years later, evidently, because Joey was a little kid, and now he's a full-grown adult. She looked good. I mean, she looked like she was much better, much more healthy. All right, I'm trying to get the right orientation on this. Like this. And this. This goes right here. Is this at the opposite? Whoa. I like that black and gold. There's gold pieces and black pieces. That's the color combination is my favorite. Black and gold. This. All right, so we got those two pieces built. See if anybody's making comments. Nope. And I'm down to 2 people watching. Hello, thanks for those who are staying with me. Oops. I think it's, well, I'm going to lay it to the side because I'm not sure what that is. I picked it up and it made it fall. D11, and then on both the D plates, D11. And ADHD is getting to me. Then I got to use the E plates for E. All right, let me just do one thing at a time. Seems like I would have to do. Okay, I'm a little bit confused. Let me grab this piece first. So there's E4 and E3. E4 is on one side, E3 is on the other. Okay, this one's over here. Sometimes it just helps just to lay them on top of the thing you're building from. Lay it over here. I have a feeling I have to do this twice is why it's telling me to do it like that. And it's got the little D111, D211. Like that. My suspicion is we're going to sandwich these pieces together when we're done, but So 11's on the left. Here it is. Okay, I think I know why, because like the E plate's not E1 and E2, that's why. Let me just twist it. I'm afraid to snap it or cut it too close. Okay. There. The only difference between D1 and D2 is you got the upper body and the lower body. But the legs, you can clearly tell those are legs. I hope Neil Carter knew Jesus. I'd like to see her again. I always liked her. But who knows? Alright, here we go. I'm just trying to figure out the... Alright, there we go. That just right there. So you build both of them at the same time. You can save yourself some time, save energy. Walmart. Hey, who's this? Ren. Hi, how are you? Hey, Ren, how you doing? So I'm not looking up as much because it's much higher off the ground than it usually is. Just got it zoomed in. Let me double check that. There we go. Got to crush it all the way in. All right. Here's the part I hate. I gotta now flip the page. I got everything settled into places. All right. Let me fold this under. Oh, we're going to sandwich it. We're going to put this in first, and then we're going to put the armpit, I guess, between the two pieces. Now, what piece are we sandwiching? D1, number 19. Right down here. It's like a fin for a, oh crap, I almost forgot it. At 2 o'clock today, it's Tuesday. It feels like a different day. Tuesday will be the, Mark's channel, comic book. Live stream. I guess when I said the word Finn, I was thinking not Finn like Mark's son, but anyway. So we got this piece, put this fin in right here. Then we put this piece in right here. Make sure I got everything lined up correctly. Like that. And we put the, there we go. All right, so that's the shoulder. For left or right. We're going to do it again, so we put this. And, all right, there we go. Too bad I can't see the time here. You believe in Jesus too? Yes, yes I do. I thought there for a minute it said Ben. I was like, oh, whoops, I said Ren. It's Ben. No, it's Ren. I thought it said Ben. All right. Those are the shoulders. And now we're doing the B1. Yep. So Ren, are you waiting for the rapture today? I mean, it's what a lot of people are saying is going to happen today. They said it a few years ago. They said it a few years ago for that. You know, it's kind of those things that's like, I'm just ready every day. Okay, 5. All right, so we got the 5-piece chicken McNuggets. B2 is a plate. So here. Now, I've already had lunch, but I'm sitting here thinking 5-piece chicken nuggets, a plate, dinner. HD. All right, we got B1 and B10. B. Whoops, hold on. B1 and B10. I try to do things thinking they're the same thing. It's fine. We will need them anyway. B1 and B2, and then B10. B10 looks like it's the shoulder or the bicep. B10 right here. There we go. All right. Oh gosh, my leg. How long I've been sitting, because I am not used to sitting this long. Alright. Can't tell. 41 minutes? Yeah, that would make about sense. Oh, I got more information up here. Alright, so sup, I just got today my first model HD Calibarn from the Iron Blood something. Iron Blood Orphans. Something like that. Yeah, I got that one. He's pretty cool. Actually, it was one of the ones I was going to build. I already built one before, but when they're on clearance, yeah, you go ahead and buy it anyway. Just waiting for my tools to arrive to make my first build. What tools are you waiting for? Because I use fingernail clippers for my fiskers, and that's about it. I mean, if you are planning on putting on stickers, I would highly recommend, unless you got teeny tiny fingers, to have not Q-tips, toothpicks. They help out a lot with smoothing those little cracks and crevices. Oh, it's from Mercury? I thought Calibarn. Oh, okay, I'm thinking of something else then. This is from Universal something. Hold on. This is from Cosmic Era, and it's also Strike Freedom, so I'm a little bit confused. It must be something from manga, because then again, I'm not up on the anime, so it could be a brand new anime. It's from 2024, I can tell you that much. And I did build a Witch from Mercury. She's on a stand. This lady the other day. At least it looks like a lady to me. All right, let me get back in this before I forget what I was doing here. This piece goes here. Let me see if I got the right way that goes. Oh, picked it up the right way. Yeah, these were weird. I've built some of these before. It's really strange. All right, they're telling you to pay attention to this, so you got to put it on here first, obviously. And with this one, let's see. It's telling you to pay attention to something. All right, I see. The little parts closer to that side, and then you put the back piece on, and that's the elbow system. I don't like this elbow system as much as the one I did yesterday. I like the one where it's one piece you put on and you put the cover piece on, but when you put the other armor pieces on, it gets it nice and stuck in there, so it's fine. It does remind me a lot of the Dragon Ball Z figures. Okay, make sure I got this in the right orientation. Okay. All right, so just make sure before you put everything together, you got it all in the right place, and then put the shield on. All right, so left and right, they're the same. That's how they've been doing this for a while now. Back in the old days, not the same, not even close. Then again, they didn't do much of a skeletal system in the older ones like they do now. All right, let me look back up now. Yep. All right, now we're putting on the meat on the skeleton, basically. So D1, 18. So D1. 18 and 17 go together. They're round. Oh, here they are. I like to trim it as I go. That way I don't have to, because I don't have enough room on this table. This table is a very small card table, basically. All right, we're going to use one of the arms. Now it does say pay attention here, so let's see what it's talking about. I see it. It's a little lip right there. That goes to the back. Okay, I see why, because it, and I got it upside down, so I was about to say there's something definitely not catching there. There, because it catches that. And then it says pay attention to something here. Let's see what that is. Let me put that down for a second. All right, there it is, a little knob right there. You put it on this way, it goes on the inside. So I guess we're doing right arm because it's going a certain way, either inside or outside. All right, so we're doing right arm right now. D1, 9, and here it is. And then E11, which, wait, hold on, there's no 1, it's just E1. Okay, here we go. Okay, actually we got to put on E6 first. So there's little numbers right there in pink, mean you got to make sure you put that order. So on the inside of his arms, this is the right arm. This goes in first. Okay, I see why. I didn't clean it off good enough. All right, because it has to hold, it has to present the hole for the other side. And then we put this in there. And it goes right there. And then this. All right, it tells you to hook it inside at the top first. Let me double check. Yeah. And lay it down. I have a feeling we're about to put a couple on there, like a coupling, like a round part. And we are. So it's E8. Yeah, because I've got too many pieces that will like split apart. See? All right, it's also saying pay attention to something. Okay, so when you pay attention, it's 3 things close together like that, so it goes on the inside. There. Very nice. All right, then we got one more piece, D, or C20, actually it's C20. Car? The car keeps on crawling up here to me. All right, C20. Way down here. Okay, is there any special thing? Nope, doesn't say pay attention, just put it on. All right, like that. And we're gonna stick it up in here. All right, there's his bicep swivel. And he's got double joints at the elbows, very nice. I love that color combination, the black and the gold plus that really dark charcoal color, graphite color. All right, and then we got to put his handle, which is D22, D222. Over here. So the hands must be on just one of these. Clean that down. And then B7 for the fist. Right here. All right. And there's that. Okay, so I can put it on now. I might have to take it off, put something else on, like his cape or something. So I have a feeling that's going to go on there. But this is how much I've gotten so far. I'm going to take a butt break because, my gosh, my butt hurts. Thanks for the thumbs up. And just checking my comments. All right, yeah, it's 50 minutes, and this is like as long as I can sit at one time. Ow. Yeah, my spine's starting to hurt. But yeah, look at the articulation. That's great. And yeah, the colors really look good on him. The neck seems a little loose. All right. Oh, okay. He just came a little loose sitting down, laying down. All right, that's what we got so far. Tune in next time. I'm going to take a break and get some work done and come back later. And thanks for those who are watching.